Good day everyone. Today we are going to be working with a cone. Yes, they ask us to find the curved surface area of a cone. So now let's look at the question we have today. So they ask us to find the curved surface area of a cone with circular base diameter 10 centimeter and height 12 centimeter. So now let's first check out the inquiry, what they gave us to find what they asked us to find. So from here we can see that they gave us a base diameter of 10 centimeter. So now let's write out our solution here. So we are given a base diameter. Let's represent it as D. I said 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter here. And a what? And height 12 centimeter. So let's represent that with h of what? 12 centimeter. Yes. So they asked us to find what the curved surface area. So I'm going to give you formulas we use in cone. First, the formula for finding a curved surface area. A curved surface area of a cone area is pi r l. So that's the formula for finding the curved surface area, pi r l. And if they ask us to find the volume of a cone, if they ask us to find the volume of a cone, the formula for finding the volume of a cone is 1/3, that's 1/3 pi r square height. So that's the volume of a cone. So and then if they ask us to find the total area is the area of the curved surface area plus the area of the circle here, the area of the curved surface and the area of the circle. So it means pi r square, as you know, total area is the area of a circle is pi r squared plus the curved surface area, which is what? Pi r l. So this is a formula for calculating the total area. But today they just asked us to find the what? Curved surface area. And we are given, they said in our answer we should leave it in the form of pi. So this is a pi here. So we are leaving it in the form of pi. So we are not touching the pi there. So we have pi, which is what? 22/7. And r. So they give us diameter. So from here we can get our radius. As we all know, like I draw here now, a diameter is a line that passes through the center from one part of the circumference to another, that pass through the center, that we can see here. And a radius is a line that pass through from the center of the circle to any part of the circle. You can see that from here the line goes to this part, and from this center the lines also go to this part. So the distance between this part to this part is called the radius. The distance from the center here to this part here is called the radius, and the total distance from this point here to this point here is called the diameter. So to find the radius, it means half of a diameter, and we are given a diameter to be what? 10 centimeter. So the half of 10 centimeter should be what? 5 centimeter. So our radius, which is our radius here is what? 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter. So we have gotten our radius. The next thing to get for us is what? The L. we have L here. So what is L? The what slant side. This side here is called the L. It's represented as L here. And we all know that this part here is what? Circle. And the height here is the distance from here down to this part here. Down to this part here is called the what? The height. And we are given a height of what? 12 centimeter. So it means the distance from here to this part here is what? 12 centimeter. It's 12 centimeter from there. And we have what? This is the circle here. I brought out the circle here to explain it very well. So from this point here to this part here is also a radius. So, and we are finding the radius to be what? 5. So this part here is also 5. So how do we find the L here that we are looking for? So if you can see this shape very well, this should be a 90 degree here. So we can see that this is forming a what? A right angle triangle. Let me draw that out for us. So this is what I'm talking about here. We have something like this. You're having something like this from there. From here to here is 12. So it means from here to here is what? 12 centimeter. 12 from the shape here below. And from this point here to this point here is 5 centimeter. So it means from this part here to this part here is 5 centimeter. So this part is the L we are looking for. So to get this L that we are looking for, we are going to make use of the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem, which says hypotenuse squared equals adjacent squared plus opposite squared. So the longest side of a right angle triangle is known as the what? Hypotenuse. So from here now we can see that this is the longest side in this right angle triangle and is what? L. So is the hypotenuse, and I said is what? Hypotenuse squared equals adjacent squared. So let's just make this one as the adjacent. So 5 here will be the adjacent here, 5. So 5 what? Squared plus opposite squared. Opposite squared here is what? This 12 here. 12 squared. 12 squared here. So we now have what? L squared. 5 squared is what? 5 times 5, which is what? 25. 25 plus 12 squared is what? And 12 here is 144. Yes, 12 squared is 144. So now from here we are now going to be adding 25 and 144. So where we have L squared equals 25 plus 144 should give us what? So that should be 169. 169 here. So we are still looking for the L here, but we have L squared. So to get L here, we are going to be finding the square root of both sides. The square root of both sides. So it means square root of L squared here and the square root of 169. 169 here. So L here is equals what? 13. The square root of 169 is 13. So that's it. We have already gotten our L from here. So we now have our R and our what? L. So now let's now go back to our formula here. Finding the curved surface area, which is what? Pi RL. So pi RL here. Pi RL. Where we got our what? I said we are not touching the pi here. Pi remains pi. And we have R here. And we got our R to be what? 5 centimeter. That means times 5 times L, which we got to be what? 13. That's what? 13 here. So equals to what? Pi 5 times 13 will give us 65. It means pi times what? 65 equals 65 pi cm squared. So we are looking for area, so our answer will be in cm squared. So our answer is what? 65 pi cm squared. So now let's go back to the question. Maybe we are going to find our answer. Very good. So this will be our answer. D here is our answer. So thank you very much. So subscribe to see more content on this page, so you can be the first to watch it. Thank you.